close friend, Jonathan Lewis, who is producer for Crown Mountain. Everybody was, his house was like a meeting area. So I would normally go to his house just produce. So after listening to music, I found a passion for it. I was like, man, I love this, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand the business model behind music. I knew that I could make music, you know what I'm saying? We'll go to the club and we'll crank up the club. It was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was my enjoyment. That's what I got out of it. But then they ran into I think it was an artist at the time, a guy named Sirius, who actually introduced them to scrapping. And then they got on Crunk Incorporated. Then they ended up signing to be in Meet Lil Jon. So then after that, you know, the song just took off. So he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need to get in here, you know what I'm saying? With us, you can come behind us. So I was like, okay, cool. So he was like, well, you know what I'm saying? We got these songs, you know what I'm saying? Even though you get the beat, we're going to give you a little contract, you know what I'm saying? You sign it, you know what I'm saying? We'll pay you up front. We give you like 1,500, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Be cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, make it 1,500, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't give it now. So they gave me a little $1,500. Next thing you know, it went off. My friend, he got plaques in his house, over $1 million made off the song. Ringtone platinum. You know, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I really signed over. I traded $1 million for $1,500. You know what I'm saying? So that was real bad. So like after that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, how can I capitalize off this situation? So around 15, you know, I was like the internet, you know what I'm saying? That's the era we grew up in, the internet era. So I was like, well, I need to capitalize off my production. So I started my own production company. It's actually a limited liability company that I started on my own. Cyrus Productions. After doing that, I finally met B-Lo, made my first dollar, and I got my first publishing rights. What else happened? Then I was like, well, I want to be an artist. So I was like, well, how can I put myself out here? So I made my album, put my album on TuneCore. Made $1,500 off of that too. My first check was $1,500. So then after that, check started slowing up. So I was like, well, I guess I gotta do more. So I was like, I gotta find new avenues to spread myself out. So I found MySpace Music. So I started getting checks from Snowcap. That was a blessing too. And then my buzz just grew from there. It was like, what else can I do? The internet was just viral. Most of my money came from Germany, like overseas, because overseas, the government was trying to outlaw rap music because it was like it was so bad. But everybody was trying to find ways to get more rap music in the country. So Germany is my biggest fan base ever. So that's basically it. Now today, I got a new deal with Dow Music Group. They're actually working on my next album. So 2011, plan on making more money and being bigger here in the States.
Cool. Congratulations. And let me ask you also, how old are you?
I'm 25.
See, you might say I'm too young. You're not too young. You can do it now, and you find what you're good at and what you enjoy,
Yeah,
and you learned. You didn't get upset. I mean, you got upset when you didn't get your $1 million, but it didn't get you down and didn't get you all hateful. You just got over it, and you just thought, well, at least I have that on my portfolio.
Right.
You know, you can always write another song.
Exactly.
You know, if you got talent, just write another song. You know, so that's impressive. Very, very good. Okay, Antonio. So you kind of briefly told